What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and this Saturday we have a pretty exciting middleweight main event between Jared the Killer Gorilla Cannonier versus Nassourdine Imavov. And in this video, I want to give you guys a quick breakdown of what I think is going to happen in this fight, a prediction, and also what could be next for the winner and the loser. But before I get into this, I feel like the UFC kind of messed up with their matchmaking in the middleweight division. I think that the right matchups should have been Jared Cannonier versus Sean Strickland 2, Robert Whittaker versus Nassourdine Imavov, and Paulo Costa versus Khamzat Chimaev. Because if you think about it, Sean Strickland was a former champion, so he should be in the number one contender fight. But then you have Jared Cannonier, he's on a 2-fight win streak. And if he beats Sean Strickland, he has a very good, he has the highest win streak in the weight class in terms of the other contenders. And yeah, he should be next to the title if he were to win that third fight. But then you have Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev in a number one contender fight, which doesn't make sense because Robert Whittaker, he just fought Paulo Costa, who Sean Strickland beat, arguably in a better fashion than Robert Whittaker beat him. And then you got Khamzat, who had a draw with Kamaru Usman on 10 days notice. So I feel like Khamzat, he should have taken on a different middleweight, maybe a Paulo Costa, to see where he really is at, what his level is against a real middleweight. And then, if he gets through that, if he beats a top 10 ranked middleweight, then you can put him in conversation to have him in a title fight. But, it is what it is. I think that they screwed up, because what if Jared Cannonier wins this fight? Like, what is he going to do? Are you going to have him fight Sean Strickland, and then that the winner of that fight gets a title shot? It'd be kind of weird. It's an awkward situation. Yeah, it's just gonna be weird. But moving on to this fight, I believe that Nassourdine Imavov is gonna win. I think it's gonna be a pretty competitive fight. I think I could see him winning this one by a late round stoppage, but I think I'm gonna go with decision. I think he's gonna beat Jared Cannonier by 48-46 unanimous decision. And I think he's going to win because in the past, Jared Cannonier has struggled against guys like Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker. And those two guys, what they have in common is their ability to just control the range, control the space between themselves and their opponent. They also know when to engage and also when to disengage. And yeah, they're able to just, have their way with Jared, attack him whenever they're ready to go. They were also able to control the center of the ring, the center of the cage, to make sure they don't get pushed back. And, you don't want a puncher like that coming forward and pushing you up against the fence like he did with Marvin Vettori, because that's very, very bad and very dangerous for you. So I feel like Nassourdine Imavov, he's going to be able to control the range. He's got the side kicks to the knee, or the front kicks to the knee, that he likes to do to kind of keep his opponents at bay. He's also got a great jab to keep his opponents where he wants them to be. And also, Jared Cannonier, when he fought Dominic Reyes was able to catch Cannonier coming in, and because Cannonier was rushing in bait, he was struggling with the range. So he was kind of like rushing his way into the pocket, and he was getting counter-struck by Dominic Reyes. And Nassourdine Imavov, he's got very fast hands, and that speed can put you down. And I feel like that's going to be problematic for Jared Cannonier as well. Whenever he just tries to rush in, Imavov is going to be able to snipe him from distance. And also, whenever Jared Cannonier is going to switch the southpaw stance, I think that he's going to get lit up. He was getting lit up by Marvin Vettori in their fight, and that was because his defense from that stance wasn't as good as it is when he's in the orthodox stance. In the orthodox stance, he's able to, use all aspects of his defense. His hands, his head, his feet, everything. But in the southpaw stance, he's able to parry a couple shots. But when you start putting combinations together, he starts to struggle a bit because his footwork isn't, as great moving backwards whenever he's in the southpaw stance or just leaving the pocket. And also, I think that Nassourdine Imavov, he was born in Dagestan. I think he's got great grappling. He's very, very solid there. He's going to be able to take down Jared Cannonier in this fight. Like, whenever Jared Cannonier tries to pressure too much, if the counter punching isn't, working on Cannonier, there is also the grappling aspect of this fight, which is gonna leave Jared Cannonier a bit more timid and a bit more cautious, because you don't want to get taken down, use all that energy to get back up to your feet against a good grappler, which will then leave you open to other shots on the feet. Jared Cannonier is a great fighter, but I feel like in this matchup, I think that there's going to be too much for him to handle against Nassourdine Imavov. Again, this could be a tough fight. This could be a dogfight for Imavov, but I think he's going to pull through. He does have the grappling if the striking doesn't go his way. So there's many tools for him in this fight. And yeah, I think he's going to win. After this fight, I think that he should probably fight the winner of Whitaker Chimaev, and then Strickland fights for the title. But they've already been offered a title shot, so you might have to fight another contender.